So I want to give you all a warm welcome and express my gratitude for joining us today. I stand here before you as the moderator for the first Youth Dialogue for Peace, organized by the International Institute of Human Rights from America, Costa Rica. And before we delve into the heart of our dialogue, I want to extend my sincere appreciation to the organizers, especially to Ms. Roxana, for bringing us together today from different parts of the world to discuss and envision a world of peace. Your presence here today is a testament of the commitment that we have toward fostering unity, collaboration, and positive change. So to ensure that this dialogue flows smoothly and productively, I want to establish some ground norms. I kindly request that each participant keep your camera on throughout our session. If you can turn on your camera so we can connect and enhance this community and create an environment so everyone can feel involved and heard. And I want to emphasize that this dialogue is not a one-way street, it's not a monologue, it's a conversational journey where, based on the principles we are about to explore, we collectively ponder how each of us can contribute to the transformative change we aspire to witness in the world. So I have to introduce myself. I want to share a little bit about myself. My name is Milagros. I'm from Argentina. I consider myself a peace educator, especially because I'm very passionate about it. I hold a bachelor's degree in communication sciences and a master's in peace education from the University for Peace. I have experience working with vulnerable communities, with youth, and also children in refugee situations. I have worked for international and national NGOs, and I'm consultant for peace culture and peace education. But most importantly than all these formalities is that a much more certain answer of who I am is that I'm an optimist and an unrelenting seeker of ways to create bridges between people and also to be of service. So just like you, I'm deeply committed to the ideals of peace, of respect, and solidarity that form the backbone of our gathering today. So I'm excited for what can we share and experience in this encounter. So I will invite you to each of you to introduce yourself briefly. If you can please share your name, your location, and maybe a word that symbolizes your connection to the idea of peace, or just share why are you interested in joining our conversation for peace today. I don't know if someone offers, or I can name you. I don't know, Jimena, you are the first one on my screen.
Well, hi, my name is Jimena Gallardo. I am from Costa Rica, and my idea of peace is change. In order to live in a peaceful world, we need to change some things and respect each other. So that's basically what I think of peace currently, is to change some things in order to live among us in a peaceful way. Also, human rights is basis for when I talk about peace, I talk about people and understanding politics, and well, my emphasis is in politics, and understanding politics is also for people and by people. So it maybe in a more sensitive way of doing politics, I like to think about peace, people in politics.
Thank you very much, Jimena. I'm excited to learn how you combine all your interests with our principles today, but thank you for sharing. I don't know who wants to go next. I don't know, Jose or Katerina, if you're there.
Hello, my name is Katerina, and I'm from America. My idea of peace is that people are equal and we have to understand each other so we can live together.
Thank you very much, Katerina. So for the next time, if you can be closer to the microphone, maybe we can listen a little bit
This
better.
is better? It's better?
Yes,
Yeah.
way better.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you very much. And again, sorry for emphasize it, but if you can turn on the cameras, it would be amazing for us to see your faces if you feel comfortable with it. Great. Thank you. Thank you. Love to meet you. So, okay, maybe we can go next week, but can you answer it again briefly so we can see it with your face and again with the microphone closer because it wasn't very clear.
Okay. So my name is Katerina and I'm from Romania. And my idea of peace is that people are equal and we have to respect each other in order to live together and have a better life.
Great, thank you very much. That was perfect. Jose, are you there? Can you continue?
Hello, I'm a teacher from Spain. I'm collaborating with Sonsoles. We are IT teachers, and we are very interested in this kind of activities. We are working together, and I'm very interested in now how it's working. Thanks a lot.
Great, thank you very much. Erica, are you there? If you could turn on the camera too when you speak. Thank you.
Sure. Hi, this is Erica from Italy. I'm a teacher of natural science. My idea of peace is respect of ideas, of environment, and of some other people. Because I think that the respect is the most important thing. If we don't respect other people or also the environment, because I'm also a science teacher, so it's very important for me, we can't have peace in the world because we destroy something of some other people, something about ideas or the place where some people live. Thank you.
Thank you, Erica. Amazing. And again, I would love to hear more about how you combine the environment that we know it's one with us, but how you combine it for this search for peace and our principles. And then we have the Croatian Youth for Peace. I don't know if it's a person or it is a group of people.
Hi, my name is Lorena and I'm from Croatia, and I think we should respect each other for peace.
Thank you very much. Can you repeat your name? Sorry, Lorena, was it?
Lorena.
Great. Amazing. So thank you for your introductions. I think everyone has presented themselves, yes. So now I want to ask to delve a little deeper on what is this peace culture or peace that we are talking about. And I want us to connect with me and let's embark on a journey through our imagination. I want us to paint in our minds a vivid picture of what would be a culture of peace. I'm going to be your guide on this journey, and I want us to dive into a realm where every thought, every action is a brushstroke contributing to this masterpiece of this peace culture that we want to attain. So I want us to picture a vast and verdant garden that is stretching as far as our eyes can see. And in this space where we have a lot of nature, we can see that each blossoms represent a facet of positive peace. But what is positive peace? It is not merely the absence of conflict or of violence. To have positive peace is a celebration of justice, of equity, and communal well-being, more than the absence of violence. This is very important for us to have in mind. So again, in this garden, I want you to think that this garden is like a mirror of a society where individuals don't just survive, but each of us flourish in harmony with one another. We are really in peace with ourselves and with our community. So again, we are in our minds and we are strolling through the streets of a small village, and in this seemingly ordinary village with a slow rhythm of daily life, something extraordinary is happening. We hear conversations echo through the air, genuine connections form, and commitment to mutual understanding takes root. We can picture again ourselves there watching all of this, and we watch acts of kindness, no matter how small, but all these acts are like seeds that are catalyzing this transformation in this small village. Again, before our eyes, this village is blossomed into a heaven of solidarity and unity, where nature, community, friends, and acts of kindness combine themselves. And we are seeing how positive change can be a reality. And after this imaginative journey, I want you to reflect how this picture made you feel. Can you picture yourself in this village contributing to this positive transformation? I would like you to remember or write down in your cell phone or in a note a word, a feeling, a phrase that comes after this journey in this village. How did you feel there? How do you feel you could contribute in a place like this? Or do you feel this is possible? This is a reality. It is happening somewhere. Are you experiencing it? With all these questions, I just want you to write a small word or phrase or concept about what was this experience for you, or what do you think about it. And we will continue now our quest for peace. And I want you to draw wisdom from the timeless words of Mahatma Gandhi. You must be the change you want to see in the world. This is a very famous quote, but it is not just a quote. It's a challenge. It is an invitation to introspect. Gandhi's message is like a path and a lantern that is illuminating ourselves. It's like a labyrinth of self-awareness and personal responsibility in shaping the world we dream of. So this could be our first step. Let's consider this. Our journey towards a culture of peace begins with a deep dive into self-awareness. It's about understanding who we are, our biases, acknowledging the privileges we carry, realizing the profound impact our actions can have on the world around us. So as we become more aware, we unlock the power to contribute possibility to our communities. So I want you to remember that we don't walk this path alone, that positive peace is a collaborative masterpiece that involves engaging communities, listening to different perspectives, collectively working towards shared goals. And again, I want you to imagine that this is like a symphony where each note contributes to the beauty of the whole. Each small act you do, a small act of kindness or perspective sharing or active listening, contributes to the whole. So a culture of peace can be a way of life that nurtures understanding, tolerance, and collaboration. And with all this being said, I just want you to remind you the principles that we are holding today that are from our manifesto. I will also put them in the chat in a little bit, but we have 5 principles. One is respect and tolerance, that we can imagine a society where each person actively encourages equity and respect among diverse cultures, religions, social groups. Again, then we have dialogue, that as we know, most conflicts arise from a lack of dialogue. And I want you to encourage communication and dialogue. Also, I want you to think of conflict as an opportunity for growth, for connection, for tolerance and understanding. Then our 3rd principle is justice and equity, To create a just world, we promote the rights and obligation of also young people in all spaces. Then solidarity is our fourth principle, and conflicts intensify due to factors like individualism and indifference. So our commitment is to promote solidarity, empathy, and companionship in all areas of interaction, fostering a sense of responsibility toward our common home, that is the earth. And our last principle is number 5, freedom, dignity, and common good. Again, freedom, justice, peace rests on recognizing the intrinsic dignity and rights of all. And I encourage you to consider the Universal Declaration of Human Rights as a common ideal, guiding us in promoting democratic values and defending the rights of all citizens. So as we reflect on and think about all these principles, I encourage you to not just be dreamers, to be doers and be architects of a peaceful world, and with one vibrant and intentional act at a time. These principles form the pillars of a culture of peace, with positive peace, as we have been discussing, and provide us a framework for a society where individuals can flourish in harmony. And thank you for embarking in this imaginative journey, but also realizing that this is a reality that we can work towards. And I want to open the floor for you to share any thoughts, reflections about this culture of peace that we created together these past minutes. And I can give you some guiding questions if you want, so you can share and reflect deeper. I would love, first of all, if when you share, can mention the word, the phrase, the emotion that you write while we were doing this journey, what made you feel, what you thought. And then what do you think each of us, how can each of us commit to small changes that influence others? How can we do this to foster this active participation, this dynamic environment? And what steps do you consider effective in encouraging a culture of peace? You can share experiences from your own countries, projects that you have heard, or what do you think you could do or anyone could do to encourage this culture of peace in your community? So I give you a couple of guiding questions. You can choose the one you prefer just to reflect. And I will write them down on the chat too. So if anyone feels comfortable beginning, go ahead. And if not, I will mention you. I just share the principles on the chat. And I'm going to put the questions. This looks long, but don't worry. You can choose any question from these or just share what you felt during our journey. So sorry, Jimena, but you are the first on my screen. So do you feel comfortable sharing a little bit or reflecting?
Yes, sorry, the microphone wasn't turning on. So the word I chose was collectivity, because I think change is meant to be in a whole group of people, not just by one person, but also with people that have similar ideas of the root not the root, maybe the ideas that can take them to the idea of peace or word they have. So if you find these people, you can make a group and make change from that. Also, the last question, I guess, it was about what projects I had made myself or heard about from a culture of peace. And also what things we can do as society of individuals to make change. That are the two questions I'll be answering. Well, first one was the one about what can we make. I think we can inform ourselves, because I cannot make a change if I'm not informed about what's happening, and also if I'm not informed about other realities other than my reality, because it's not the same my reality here in Costa Rica that in Spain or Italy, for example. So it's not the same the things that I'm living here as a Costa Rican person that the things that are living other people in other countries. So I think in order to make change, you have to make change, but inform yourself about other people, because I cannot change only my reality if I'm not uh, studying others' realities in order to help them too, or how my reality affects other people. That is my basic principle in change. In order to do this, personally, I study here in National University of Costa Rica, and I study office management. But since I entered college, I have had an interest in politics. So I will be changing for that career, but I had the opportunity to participate in a German scholarship here in Latin America that is from like 1 year scholarship in order to know more about politics and political sciences, but also to learn to make a change in politics from our Bible. Well, the scholarship is very interesting, but it has these topics where you learn, and the last one is to communicate politics in a respectful way and to all the people you are communicating to. This is called Agents of Change, and that is in this scholarship I had the opportunity to make a proposal to communicate politics, and in order for people to understand what's happening well in my country, but also in other countries. So to teach people about politics, because politics are for people and made by people. But here in my country, the person that is in charge, the president, and his group, the people that are in power here in Costa Rica don't understand that their job is to take the problems of the society and take them to dialogue and make solutions of it. So we have been having some trouble with social things here in Costa Rica. Like we're here, we have access to social services such as education or health. We have an insurance that is called Caja de Seguro Social, and it gave health to all people, but it's in trouble right now. But the thing is that I have many projects to help learn people about politics and what's happening here in Costa Rica and all around the world, so they can make something about it or just be informed about it.
Thank you very much, Jimena, for sharing your experiences and your thoughts. I think what I take from you is that you really emphasize dialogue with respect and tolerance through that dialogue. So we already have two of our principles. And to be open to share different perspectives and to create community like here from different parts of the world, and be open to, yes, to share and to be vulnerable and to change ideas in our mind. I think that's very beautiful. And to encourage leadership. You talked about some skills and some opportunities that encourage leadership, especially youth leadership. And I think that's something that we always have to share and encourage, because youth is the present, not only the future. So thank you for sharing that. Katerina, would you like to continue?
I think that peace, in my perspective, is respect and tolerance. Because if we respect each other, we can help each other find a way to live together.
Thank you. And I'll do a follow-up question. And in your country, how do you feel you could do this, or how could your friends in your school, in your college, how could you encourage this peace and to create respect and more peaceful relationship and communities? Do you have an idea or have heard or some project someone is doing related to groups, related to hobbies, related to environment? As we know, all these principles are not only in the academic atmosphere, but we can use this in our daily life with our closer family and relationship with the nature we have that surround us, and any space, club or hobby that we may have. We can always foster these principles. Do you have an idea of how could you do it, or how could anyone from your country could do it?
Well, if we create clubs based on hobbies and we spend a lot of time together, we can understand each other's culture, and we can become friends and can help peace.
Thank you. It's true. Having the feeling of belonging and being part of a community can really help you to know yourself, so to gain more self-awareness, and also to foster relationship, to foster this conflict resolution.
Yes. Do I have to say something more?
I think that she's muted. She's stopped in this moment. I don't know. If you want to tell something more, please be free.
No.
I don't know what happens with her. I think it's with no connection. Erika, do you want to tell us something about the questions?
Sure. Hi. I have a lot of ideas, but I can't choose the best one. So I want to say something about everything. For example, about environment, I think that many wars and conflicts are because some places in the world have a lot of resources, but some other societies wants these resources, but they don't want to pay the right price. So there are a lot of wars. I think that is important to begin to choose what is important, and maybe to spend more to use to buy sustainable food or some energy resources, to pay to the town that have that resources and pay the right price. Also, this thing is important to improve the peace and the equality. And another thing that is used in Italy, in this period, we have the Ukrainian conflict. And for example, in Italy arrived a lot of people from Ukraine. And in our classes, we have some students from Ukraine, and we talk a lot with them. And also our students add them to become members of the class, and to be safe in Italy and to live goodly, better than in their town that they have a very bad experience of war.
Yeah, of course. That is the worst idea of peace, no? Where peace is not in your country, no? When you have the war in your country, for them, yeah, it should be. It's very, very difficult. What I understand is about peace is social peace, is respect to diversity, no discrimination, and one more time, collaboration and cooperation. And Erika, Migueles, and me, we have very good examples of projects that we have been developing together. We have been working about hundreds of different things with in the Erasmus framework, where we work with lots of students and from different countries, from different religions, ways of thinking, and we collaborate all together for one subject. Now, in this moment, I am working in a project about sustainable entrepreneurship, and that is working even with the LIFECOM framework of the European Commission and ENTERCOM framework of the European Commission. And for me, this in this moment is what I am doing, no? for society, and what I think that could make a better world, because if you teach the students how they can be sustainable, and you help them to become entrepreneurs, could be a good idea. Even I am promoter of a big project with 24 schools in Spain, that we have mobilities for teachers and students out of the European Commission. And this is something that for me is very interesting, because our students, our teachers will go to out of our frontiers, and they will see what is happening abroad, no? That life is not like in Europe. And when they see this situation and they learn in another context, I think that this is how they understand that they are in peace, that they live in a peaceful country, and they start respecting more diversity, and they help in no discrimination. And even when they come back, they are more aware to collaborate and to cooperate. I think that this is more or less the things that I do and what I understood by cultural peace. Even Jessica is with us, Milagros, when you were not here.
Thank you very much. I lost, of course, Wi-Fi. It happens when when you least expect it. But I don't know, Erika also share, right? So
yep.
Both of.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. I heard the last part and it was so interesting. And I love how important are the projects that encourage youth entrepreneurship and being an entrepreneur in general. There's so many ideas and projects that sometimes people have and don't know how to make them a reality or take action towards it, and to having spaces like the ones you share, I'm impressed and I'm grateful for you to be working on that, because people need these spaces.
And even Portuguese, Croatian, Romanians, and Italians, we are here because of our Erasmus projects, because we are collaborating all our lives in this Erasmus project, and we are here now because it's something different. We are IT teachers or science teachers. We are in the STEAM area, and this is something completely different that the things that we are working on in our lives every day and with our projects. And I think that this is very interesting for us too, and we think that it's very interesting for our students, and we have created this community together, that is a community of friends where we involve our students. I don't know, Milagros, I think that you has no connection one more time.
I'm back. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I was just saying, I don't know if you could hear, but thank you for sharing that. And it's true how each action that you take will lead you to another one, as being here and meeting people and sharing more projects. And I felt it really resonated with our fifth principle, that is freedom, dignity, and common good. All this project brings people human dignity, and just for the mere act of existing in the world, you deserve that. So I encourage you to keep sharing and promoting it, and thank you for being here. So we may have next Jose. Are you there?
Jose doesn't speak.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Want to speak English? Do you want to speak?
Yeah, I would like to speak about encouraging the peace culture. And I think the empathy, I'm not sure if empathy is the word, because my English is very
very, we understand
but
you.
I think it's empathy, no? Could be the main word to promote the respect and the tolerance with others. Maybe you can get different roles, and you can do different activities, and maybe you can get the other role of the other people, and you can understand better how can they work. But maybe if you are interested in understand other cultures, maybe you have to try to get these roles, and how can do you work with these problems, or with this I don't know exactly how can I explain, but maybe if you get a role, maybe you can understand the others. For instance, if you are an immigrant, you are from Africa, and you are thinking about get Europe because you think Europe is better for you, and what can do you do if you are in this situation? Maybe people can understand others, and maybe could be different and very tolerant. But maybe the problem is people is very egoism. No? I don't know in English is the word. But I think could be games, no? Games when different people can get different roles and try to understand, trying to understand the others. I think is the main question I would like to explain. Sorry about my English, because I'm very bad speaking, but I think I can explain. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Jose. Thank you. It was clear. And just to summarize it, I think you are again emphasizing the importance of sharing perspectives and being open. You said one word that I think was selfish, the word you were looking for, but that would lead us to another more in-depth talk about existentialism of people. But as you say, like some people may be selfish, some others aren't. I think some people don't have also these spaces as you are sharing and encouraging, or projects or scholarships, or just these bridges that we are trying to build here, where we can encourage this community and sense of belonging so we can work together. And maybe this is a personal opinion, but I really truly believe that if you give people, youth or adults, spaces to connect and to work toward a common goal, that it would always lead to a common good, to a peace goal. If you say, let's plant trees, let's create a project to promote education, let's read books to children, people will gather and they will always lead to a good goal if these principles are being encouraged and respected. Through dialogue, through openness, through tolerance. So I think all of you with different perspectives, from environmentalists, politics, and different ideas, you are all sharing the same core issue or goal again. So I think we are working towards the same. And I think everyone speak already. Yes. I don't know if we should just wait for Lorena or we should continue. But as we begin to wrap up and to summarize our encounter, I will ask you just to share one word again on how do you feel after our sharing, or one word of what would you like to say to anyone that wants to be part of this culture of peace, or wants to work or wants to have these opportunities. What would you say to someone that is listening us and you want to encourage them to, okay, we can do this. We are in this together. We are a community, and a peace culture is not something unattainable. It can be a reality. So one word or one phrase or reflection you will each say to someone listening to us today. Do you want us to continue the line that we had, Jimena, then Caterina, and so on?
Okay, so my word would be connection. We here have connected and share all of our ideas and realities. And also I have to connect with other people in order to change the world. So it is in the same line of collectivity, to connect with other people, also connect the realities of other people in order to for me to make a change, but also collectivity. I have to connect with other people realities and other people preferences, or other, in general, other people, and from other countries like we're doing here, or from the same country but different realities, or the same reality. But I have to connect people in order to make a change in the world. So we have to collectivity work. We have to make in a group to connect with some others to do that. So that's my thought about this exchange.
Thank you very much, Jimena. And again, connection, community. I love this. And Caterina, would you like to continue sharing your last reflection or your last word?
I have two words, support and love.
Thank you.
Because I think peace is about to love each other and care about each other.
Thank you. That's beautiful. We didn't mention love before, but I think it's also the core of all of our discussion. If you act with love or towards someone with love, all this community and this connection will arise. Then Erika, would you like to share?
Yeah, I think that the most important word for me is solidarity, and but also equity, because people have to work together to improve the world and to live in peace. But without solidarity and equity, it can't exist, and it can't be. Thank you.
Thank you, Erika. Sonsoles, would you like to go? You're muted.
For me,
Thank-
two words. Effective cooperation for me is the most important thing. To work together in groups, and like we are doing in this way, no? Speaking about knowing the situation of the others, be empathetic, like Miguel has said. I think that these are more or less my words.
Thank you, Sonsoles. Jose, would you like to share? I don't know if you're speaking, but you're muted in any case.
I don't know.
Maybe he left for a second. Okay, I think we're all done then. And I just want to, for myself, thank you very much for this time. It was very enriching and inspiring. And I just want to encourage you and remember you that change often starts with just a small intentional action, not just an idea. We have to act upon our ideas to promote this culture of peace and positive peace. So thank you for being here. Being here today was an action, and I encourage you to keep doing this and sharing with your friends and your communities and your countries, so we can foster this peace culture to be global and to make it a reality, not just an ideal. And to conclude, I also want to thank you, Roxana, that it is here, and if she wants to share some words with us. And thank you for creating this beautiful encounter today. Everyone, and thank you for your time. And I wish you to have a lot of positive and very enriching, connected, and life journey and career journey filled with purpose, with love for what you do, and with all your projects, and with your heart. So thank you for being here and sharing. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.